Sweden donated 10 of its best Strv 122 tanks to Ukraine. In 2 years of hard fighting, Russian forces have scored no fewer than 14 hits on the 63-ton, 4-person tanks, possibly meaning all 10 of the tanks have been damaged, some more than once. Incredibly, most of the tank's up-armored Swedish variants of the German-made Leopard 2A6 are still operational, according to one detailed accounting. The tank's durability is testimony to German and Swedish engineering and the courage and ingenuity of Ukrainian engineers who must tow damaged tanks off the battlefield for repairs. The Swedish tanks are sharpened compared to the baseline Leopard 2A6, one tanker said. The Strv 122nd all belong to the Ukrainian Army's 21st Mechanized Brigade, which also operates the survivors of 21 Leopard 2A6, as well as a few older Leopard 1A5. The brigade supported Ukraine's August invasion of Russia's Kursk Oblast and, under attack by an elite Russian drone group, may have evacuated the Oblast in recent days alongside other Ukrainian brigades. The 21st Mechanized Brigade has fitted its tanks with additional protection, including anti-drone screens stretched across custom-made frames. They need frames, the brigade tanker told Army television. There is not a single tank in our battalion without them. The add-on armor works. One up-armored Leopard 1A5 recently shrugged off 8 Russian drones before 3 more finally immobilized it. The toughness of Ukraine's German-designed tanks helps explain why these vehicles no longer top the list of Ukraine's equipment needs. Of the 259 Strv 122, Leopard 2A6, Leopard 2A4, and Leopard 1A5, the Allies have pledged since 2023, most have been delivered and just 30 or so have been destroyed. Ukraine also got, or will get, modern tanks from the United Kingdom, the United States, and Australia. No, what Ukraine needs is drones, defenses against drones, long-range air defenses, artillery shells, and more than anything else, a more robust and fair mobilization system to replenish its depleted infantry battalions with fresh troops. The tanks Ukraine already has not just hundreds of Western models, but also 1,000 or more Soviet-style T-64, T-72, and T-80 should suffice, especially considering that the best of these tanks can absorb a lot of damage and keep fighting. Swedish and Finnish forces have trained together for years, but NATO membership for Finland and looming membership for Sweden following Russia's invasion of Ukraine adds a new dimension as they integrate deeper into the alliance. Finnish Army tanks and Swedish Army mechanized infantry have charged into Norway for exercise Nordic Response, showing NATO's ability to rapidly move forces across Allied borders. During a demonstration, Finnish Leopard, 2 tanks, and Swedish CV-90 infantry fighting vehicles crossed from Finland into Norway at Kivalampalo, roughly 140 kilometers south of Alta, where NATO forces have massed for the exercise. The crossing came days after Sweden officially joined NATO, becoming the alliance's 32nd member. The Finnish and Swedish units will now move north, locking their simulated adversary in a pincer maneuver as Allied amphibious units push south from Alta. Exercise Nordic Response gathers 20,000 troops from 13 NATO allies in northern Norway to train together in the harsh Arctic environment. It's part of Steadfast Defender 2024, NATO's biggest exercise in decades. Footage includes shots of Finnish and Swedish units during the demonstration, as well as interviews with Swedish Minister of Defense Paul Johnson and Finnish Army Chief of Staff Major General Jukka Jokinen. In the snows of Finland, Swedish and Finnish soldiers take part in NATO's biggest exercise since the end of the Cold War, intended to test the military alliance's ability to reinforce places such as the Nordic far north.